Y'all love saying people don't want to work no more, but that ain't even a problem. The problem is people don't want to work 40 plus hours a week and still have to worry about grocery and bills. Still have to worry about getting a roommate. Still have to get a side hustle. That's not living. That's surviving. And y'all want to glorify it like it's normal. Ain't nothing normal about that. And just because something has been a certain way for a decade doesn't mean that's the way it should be. Struggling to survive is not normal. So stop acting like it. Now make that make sense.
Hello everyone, this is Emmanuel Cook. We will be reacting to a new video today, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's get into the video.
I'm tired. I've been tired, and not the type of tired that sleep fixes, but the type where you just know you got to keep moving because stopping isn't an option. I feel like everything just keeps piling up, and it seems like no matter how much I do, it isn't enough, and it's frustrating. Like, imagine running, but instead of being on a track, you on a treadmill. You're still fatigued, except the difference is on a treadmill, there is no finish line in sight. And so I think for me, it's like I'm overwhelmed and underwhelmed at the same time. I'm overwhelmed because of everything I feel like I have to do, but underwhelmed because of how little it feels like I have accomplished. And it's tough because I try to remember to be like kind to myself in those moments and to be very careful of what I tell myself in those moments, because it's easy to say like, oh, success isn't just about the big wins or about the breakthroughs. I mean, maybe not, but I would like those. I would absolutely like those. And so the fact that I have to keep reminding myself that like, oh, survival is success too. Sometimes that feels like, oh, I'm just saying that to make myself feel better, but I am, because I have to feel better. And so I try to give myself some credit, and you should give yourself some credit too for every step you take forward, especially because folding is always an option. And I love that quote that says like, why would I give up today when tomorrow may be the day that I win? Because that's really what I'm holding on to. And maybe it seems naive to some people that you would keep going, but I have to. And so I'm confident that I'm not alone in that. I want you to know that you're not alone in that either. Like, we have to keep pushing through. I'm proud of you, and you're doing better than you think.
Being an adult is realizing that no matter how much you clean your house, there's always something that needs to be done. I just finished laundry, and then I realized I'm wearing clothes. Then you go into the kitchen, you clean the kitchen. I have to eat dinner later. Like, I feel like it's a never-ending process of just cleaning. That's why when you light a candle after you finish and you just sit somewhere for an hour, that's the only hour you get of being in a fully clean house.
Work for other people, it's easy to get caught up in a cycle like of doing the same thing over and over again. And I'm pretty sure this is a part of the cycle. It's a part of the system, the trick, whatever. And it makes you distract yourself from your individuality and put yourself last. And I find myself doing that now. Like, as soon as I wake up, I'm running to work. As soon as I come from work, because I come, then I'm trying to squeeze myself in really quick. And then as soon as I finish even just eating, working out, taking a shower, it's time to run back to my job. And now, if I'm being realistic, I'm playing a role of like a mother for some hours. Then by the time I come back, my mind isn't on me. I want to relax, because now I already gave all my energy away throughout my day, and it's been going like this for about a month or so. And it's so frustrating because I was just in a cycle of myself, of my own growth, and I felt the shift. I felt the shift almost immediately. But now, in order to get back to myself, I'm about to create habits to put myself first. Like, I need to wake up an hour earlier, and I need to meditate. I need to make sure I'm eating better, because now it's even reflecting in what I'm choosing to eat, reflecting in my peace a little bit.
Girl, the reason why you feeling mentally drained is because you're not really doing what you want to do. No shade. Anytime when we find ourselves not happy, exhausted before the day even started, 9 times out of 10, we live in a motherfucking life that we ourselves do not want to live. Maybe we wanted to live it at some point, but that timeline has fucking expired. You are living a life that has no more juice, okay? The battery has no more juice. The battery is on red. Bitch, if you don't change something, girl, you're gonna be living a fucking life full of exhaustion, tiredness, laziness, not wanting to do anything. My thing is, if you are tired, exhausted from the day, and bitch, you didn't even get up yet to start your day, girl, you might need to go ahead and change your life around. Live a life that you're actually proud of living. You know, does not mean everything is going to go as planned. But what it means is you are willing to get your ass up out of that stagnant, still water ass energy. So get your ass up, stop being motherfucking lazy, and figure out something to do.
How is this happening? How is this the world that I live in now? I truly feel stuck. I feel frozen. I want to do something, but there's nothing I can do. This is not the world I wanted to grow up and grow old in. This is not the world I wanted to meet a partner with and raise a family with. This is not the world I wanted to bring children into and teach them all of the goodness. It's not there anymore. There is no goodness left in the world. Everyone is just greedy. What happened to caring? What happened to passion? What happened to putting your soul into things that are important? Things like art and nature and life and love. Where did it go?
Man, this life shit is just getting too hard, man. Like, for real. Like, I'm just getting so tired of everything. I'm tired of everything being so fucking high. Like, groceries high, rent high, gas high. Like, goddamn, I can barely afford to buy fucking soap and deodorant and all that shit, cause that shit high. My car no high. Goddamn. Like, I can't do nothing. I can't travel. I can't enjoy myself. I can't buy what I want because these motherfucking bills is living their best fucking life, man. I'm so tired of that, man. I gotta keep driving this fucked up ass car. Like, that's barely making it. Like, I'm just so tired. Like, this life shit is getting hard. Like, man, this life is, I'm just getting so mad. Please do not get me started on these jobs. Like, these jobs ain't paying worth of nothing. Like, these jobs is the reason why I can't buy what the fuck I want to buy. I only make enough to pay bills and that's it. And I got $0 to my pocket. I'm just getting tired of living at this point, for real.
Living in this world is so exhausting. It has always been exhausting. But at this moment in time, I am literally just like, what in the hell is happening? And I'm like, I'm just seeing so many videos, of course, of people like saying the same thing and discussing, like, you know, a lot of like these political things and stuff like that that's going on. And I don't want to get too deep in that. One thing about it, it's like I have so many thoughts about everything that's going on, but I just refrain from saying certain things, especially on social media, because for one, I do not have the energy to tussle, but I will. But I don't want to. I don't have time for it at all. But I'm saying all of this to say it's like everything that's going on right now is so draining. Everybody is literally just trying to live their lives. Most of us are out here, like many of us out here are like working multiple jobs. We're trying to keep up with the rent. We're trying to keep up with these bills. We're trying to be parents, you know, take care of our children, take care of ourselves, maintain our sanity, you know what I'm saying? Like our everyday lives, like exercise, eat healthy if you can. You know, it's like we are already out here juggling so much, and everything that's going on in the world is just making things 10 times worse for me. Like, I feel like I can't even let my creative juices flow at this moment because I'm just like, my brain hurts, literally. I do not understand why people just cannot let people be. Just let people be. It's like right now, it is so much hatred going on. It's the race ordeal. It's the politics, all of this shit in the government, like going on in the government, all this. It's like, bro, like, what are we doing? People are out here literally dealing with real life problems on top of everything else that's going on. I don't understand. Like, just let people be. I'm like, the videos, and I'm like, and TikTok, like, listen, TikTok going away, I was like, whoa, like, that was a lot, because this is literally like one of my favorite apps. But as TikTok has came back, I'm just like, what is going on? Because this is not the TikTok that I used to love, you know? Where it's like, man, when you were sad, you could get a laugh. When you were sad, you know what I'm saying? You could cut on TikTok or whatever, and it was going to be something that was going to just uplift you and encourage you and put a smile on your face. Now, I'm like, even TikTok is driving me. Like, I'm like, damn. I just feel like maybe I just need a social media break. Maybe that's it. Because all of this stuff, like taking in all of this stuff right now is so mind boggling. It's so like it's consuming, it's draining. And I'm just like, I'm over it. I'm over it. And I'm pretty sure many people can relate. I just don't know. I just pray that a change comes soon for the better, because this right here, every day, it's too much. It is too much.
There is just a lot of stuff going on right now, and it is very overwhelming. Not only do you have to worry about the high cost of living, but you also have to worry about all of these pressing issues in the world. And it can be mentally draining. You constantly have just issue after issue after issue, and your brain never gets a rest. You and your body, you don't get a rest. And it becomes a memory overload. And as for me, all I can say is just pace yourself. You cannot worry about everything at every time. You will drive yourself insane. There are a lot of issues that you care about, but at the end of the day, your life comes first and foremost. And if you cannot impact it, don't put so much thought into it.
Everyone is always talking about live at home, stay at home until you can't anymore. But no one talks about the shit you have to deal with living at home in your 20s. Although you're no longer a child, you pay your own bills, you do everything, you're still viewed as a child. You're still viewed like you don't know anything. And you have no boundaries because they just feel like they don't have to give you boundaries because you're still living at home. Like, I'm over it. Also, when you're trying to grow and evolve and the people around you aren't, it's very hard to do that because it's going to be a lot of clashing.
Has anybody ever had to distance themselves from their actual blood family? Yeah, that's what I'm having to do. I am to the point mentally and physically, I am exhausted. I am done. I can't do it anymore. I've been the nice person for so long, and I have been there for everybody as much as I possibly can, but I can't do it anymore. I'm done. Not once does my family call to ask how I'm doing, or my son, or my little family over here. My relationship is on a bumpy road right now because of my mental state, and a lot of it has to do with my family. It's always about them. Oh, hey, Jennifer, can you give me a ride here? Hey, Jennifer, do you got this much money I can borrow? Hey, can you cash at me some money? Can you do this? Can you do that? Can I borrow this much money? And I do it, and nothing in return. I'm not appreciated at all, and I'm done.
A quick reminder, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's continue the video.
Getting up in the morning is genuinely fucking painful because, like, you know that the majority of the things that you're going to do for the rest of the day are things that you don't want to do. It's all things that you have to do to survive, and it's so insane to me. Not to mention that empathy is wrong in this society, specifically in this country. You see the way that this country treats protesters? BLM protesters or pro-Palestinian protesters, it doesn't matter. They treat them like they're maniacs, like they're hooligans, like they're just people who are up to no good because they care about other people. Isn't that insane? We just saw AOC, the biggest fraud in all of politics, try to win her way from people who just wanted her to acknowledge a genocide. Isn't that crazy? Like, simply the acknowledging of what's actually happening is something that politicians cannot do. Then we have people in our proximity that just don't understand that this is so much bigger than them, that they just need that Big Mac. They just need that cup of coffee. They just need that new Apple product. I just saw something come out called the Apple Ring. Millions of Congolese people suffering for a fucking ring that tells you that you got a new message, or it tells you your fitness stats. Like, genuinely, how do you live on this planet and not want out? Having to scrape pennies together just to make rent, and then you can barely have any more money to, afford to sustain yourself, let alone do things that you want to do. But this is normal. We just need to engage in hustle culture. We just need to try harder and harder and harder when there are people above us doing less work for more pay. Yeah, okay.
Sometimes I think about the fact that when our parents had us,
2, 3, 4 decades ago, they had no idea that we would have to live in such a time that was so emotionally draining as we are living in now, where every single topic is controversial, every single event is controversial, everything is polarizing. It is truly taxing being alive in this day and age, where even if you don't want to form an opinion on something, even if you just want to live a simple life, these things are just shoved down your throat and you're forced to see it so much that you form an opinion on them. I grew up in the 90s and I had friends of like every religion and background. And even if I didn't believe in something, or even if something that was normal for them, I wasn't accustomed to and I didn't know about, that was never a contentious thing. It was never mocked. And now, even if I post something about God on here, there is a slew of comments making fun of just being a Christian. Sky Daddy this, ultra fake that. It's so absolutely ridiculous. Like, people can't even let other people breathe anymore. That's just my personal experience, but I'm sure that can be said for like every background of people on here. Nobody can just say, okay, that's them. They just have to assert their opinion. Social media has made it so the mean girl in school, it's not in school anymore. It just continues on and on and on and on and on and on. And if it's like this now, imagine 10, 15 years from now, what our kids are going to grow up with. Society, you got to get it together. Is anybody else just utterly exhausted? I feel like this can't be me, and I'm pretty sure it's not just a millennial thing either.
I'm tired of Earth. I'm tired of money. I'm tired of politics. I'm tired of racism. I'm tired of the hatred. I'm tired of war. I'm tired of witnessing I'm tired. I'm tired of the news. I'm tired of just the bullshit that they're feeding us in schools, and I'm tired. None of this makes sense. None of this is making any sense. And it's like people are questioning every day what they're doing here. People are questioning every day what their purpose is on this planet. I don't think that that's fucking normal.
I feel like nobody talks about how people between the ages of 25 and 30 something, we sleep to run away from our problems. We sleep as an escape to feel some type of peace from the overwhelming, overstimulating feeling that battling life gives you. I mean, seriously. And people wonder why sometimes relationships, friendships, and things get so overwhelming. It's not that I'm not a good friend, or I'm not a good partner, or I'm not a good person to talk to and be friends with, but it's the simple fact that sometimes a person just wanting to see you too much, or wanting to talk to you too much, wanting to be too involved with just what's going on with you, is sometimes a little too overwhelming. Lastly, I'm going to tell you just how crazy this is that some people out here are hustling so hard and grinding so hard just to make it out that they're exhausted. They're exhausted. They're trying to maintain who they are to the people around them, as well as hustle themselves into this new identity of being on top. And even that is exhausting. So I apologize if I'm asleep 24/7. I apologize if I don't answer every single phone call or text. I apologize if some days I just can't even tell you why I don't want to speak.
Have you ever just cried and got so emotional? Oh my God, I don't want to be a grown-up anymore. I am done with this grown-up shit. I am done. Like, I am just fucking tired. I don't want to be a grown-up. It's exhausting. It is so exhausting. And it's just so much shit. Like, it keeps coming and coming. And like, I'm being over dramatic as usual. Ik reageer, I know. But it's just too much. This morning I woke up at 6 o'clock on a Saturday. 6 o'clock on a Saturday. I've been working Monday through Friday, every day. 12 hours. 10 hours every day. 11 hours. 12 hours every day. Monday to Friday. I had to wake up this morning because I have an appointment at the DMV. Not the DMV, the MD MDV or whatever, the Maryland state, whatever, because I got a mail in the mail that I need to come here, whatever. I had to pay $500 just because I need to drive the car. Just because I need to drive my car. Oh my god. I paid so much money for this car. I have to pay for insurance. Wat de poes is die? Je voet zak voor die kak. I have to pay gas every month. Every week I basically spend like probably $60 a week on gas. And it's just like, what the fuck? When does it end? Every 3 months I need to take my car to get his oil changed, and that is like $100 and something. I need to go to the specific, what is this, Toyota, because I have a Toyota. I have to go to the specific dealer Toyota place to get this done. Everything. The other day I was driving on the damn highway. I don't know what the hell happened. A damn thing came flying through the damn air and hit my windscreen. There's like a teeny tiny hole in my windscreen. I need to fix that too. I work every single day. On Saturdays I need to rest. On Sundays I need to rest, but I work those days. And then these little things happen and I'm just like, oh, myself. It's like, it's too much. I don't want to be a grown up. And it's just like, yes, I have a husband and stuff, but he can't come to the DMV for me. He cannot come here for me. Literally the other day, my car, we lived in Virginia before. I need to switch my tags because I had Virginia tags on. I had to switch that to Maryland. $200 just to get new plates with Maryland on. $200. Ooh, the daughter. And it's like, I don't know, I don't feel nice to work so hard. I just give the money to them. Like, yeah, what? How can you just take my money just for them plate? Then I needed to change my license. I had a Virginia license. Now I need to get a Maryland license. I'm sick. And I had to pay, I can't remember. I think I had to pay like $60 or $50 just to get a new license. Add everything up that I have paid. That is almost 20,000 rand basically. That's like $1,000 just for papers, just for whatever. That's almost 20,000 rand that I spend on just this nonchalant things that, what the fuck? Papers and stuff. Nee, voetsek. Die mensen is een pausman. I don't know what to do. Plus, I need to go fill up my gas again. Because this thing, I don't know, I got so out of this. I forgot yesterday to put gas because I was so tired. And then, now I need to go put gas. And that is going to be $90 for the week for gas. That is almost 2,000 rand. Oh, guys, don't judge me. I just needed to vent. Sometimes, like I don't know, life in South Africa, like these unnecessary payments, I would have never made. But I don't have to think that because I make enough to pay everything. Like I make enough money to pay everything.
But just the thought of it, like as a South African, my paus trek sier as ek vir kak moet betaal. Julle weet hoe dit is. Ek raak bedonderd as ek vir die nonsens moet betaal. En man, nee, ek wil nie nog meer 'n groot mens wees nie. Ek sê vanoggend vir Trelly, I don't want to be a grown-up no more. Can I be your kid, please? Like, let me just be your child. But it's done now. It's done. It's not done. I need to go inspect the car. I did inspection in Virginia. I just got this car like 3 months ago. 2-3 months ago. I did inspection in Virginia. I have to go do inspection again now. Again, I need to go do inspection. And I have to pay for that too. That is gonna be like $100. It varies between $100 and $150. Nee, god jong. Ek kan nie so nie. Ek kan mos nie so nie. Nee jong. What? Guys, ek was nou baie emosioneel. Ek gaan nou lag na die tyd van my. Soms dan raak ek net so emosioneel. En it's like, yo, ek voel my ma. Ek voel my ma se feelings hoe sy voel as a grown-up. I don't like it. This is like a whole mind game. Hulle kry nie die hele wêreld is like a mind game. Like, these people is like controlling us. You gotta work, pay, work, sleep, eat, work, sleep, eat, and you just gotta give out your money like that. Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Yeah, young, guys, please send me some love wherever you guys are. It's just grown up. I'm being a big grown up now. And somebody came to me. I was just like in there, and she was like, "You're doing a good job." And I told her I don't want to be a grown up no more. She said, "You're doing a good."
Here is the thing about life. When things are good, they're typically really good and is in a row as well. But when things are bad, it's typically very bad and is in a row as well.
You know what really grinds my gears about America? Why is it that in order to get anything done, you have to make phone call after phone call after phone call and absolutely hound people to do their jobs? I'm in the middle of a construction process because a tree fell on my house a few months ago, and I've been going through the whole rebuild process. We're finally almost done, but they discovered that my front door, the door jamb, had been shoved in just enough that it can't be repaired, so I had to buy a new front door, and we're kind of in the 11th hour here, and this is kind of a big find. I ended up ordering one from Home Depot, and it was supposed to be delivered. The tracking history said that it had arrived 30 minutes away from me on Wednesday, and they were supposed to be calling me to schedule the final delivery on that day. And they never did it. So then it said, this is delayed. So I called yesterday and the lady said, oh, they're going to be calling you today to schedule delivery. Okay, great. Well, that never happened. So I just got off the phone with them again. And the guy that I talked to told me the same thing. And I was like, look, I have already been through this. This is now the third time that I've been told that they're going to be contacting me today for delivery. I don't have much confidence that's actually going to happen. I want to know what's going on and why I've not been contacted and why it's sitting 30 minutes away and the delivery hasn't been completed. So he actually called the shipping carrier and got back on the line with me, and they claimed that they just received it yesterday and that somehow the tracking information must be mismatched because they just got it. Conveniently enough, right? I don't buy that for a second, because throughout this entire construction process, there has rarely been a person that I have dealt with. There have been a couple, but for the most part, people do not do what they say they're going to do when they say they're going to do it, and you have to absolutely hound the crap out of them to get anything done. Now, there have been some people that I've worked with that I haven't had to do that, and it's been great, but this is just par for the course. Like, in my opinion, based on my experience, they were just planning to sit on it as long as they could because they didn't feel like completing the delivery. They have other things they want to deliver, so they're just going to push stuff back as much as they possibly can. This is a big, heavy door. They don't care. I don't know. But for them to say, oh, no, it wasn't actually delivered on Wednesday like the tracking history shows that it was, is absolutely nonsense. It was delivered. They just didn't want to complete the delivery to my house. So Now they're supposed to be calling me today because I have actually had to call and have someone else hound them. But this is exhausting. This is what is so frustrating about being an American, because it's literally every kind of a, I don't know, crisis situation, if you will, something important, significant that happens and you have to deal with administrative tasks. It's every single blasted time that you have to deal with anything. This is what you run into. Nobody follows through without you constantly badgering them to complete what they say they're going to complete. And this is what I hate about being an American.
It's very painful to be in a country where you can barely save your money. All you do is spend, spend, spend. Getting a car is no longer a flex. It's not. It's a fucking bill. All day, all day. If it's not gas, if it's not insurance, it's a ticket, it's something else wrong with the car. And these mechanics are charging way too much. Way too much. I mean, at this point, if I didn't have kids, I would be taking a bus or fucking walking and not driving, because it makes no sense why my car that I own, I don't pay no monthly payment on this car. It costs so much to maintain a lot of things about this car. Like just parking. You can't even enjoy the freedom and peace of having a car in this country. Seriously. And people that take buses, I envy you. I really do.
You know how we're taught in school that the United States is a good nation, spreads democracy, goodwill, and all of that around the world. And then you live long enough to find out that that is largely not true, that the largest, I guess, evil in the world is actually the country in which you live, where you've been propagandized your entire life to believe that we're actually good. Yeah, that's where I am right now. And so I don't know that we're capable of actually not doing that. I think once you become that nation, it's really difficult to not be that nation. So I've basically decided at this point that I don't really want to live here anymore. I don't want to continue to fight for something that is likely not going to happen in my lifetime and that I don't want my daughter to grow up in. So yeah, so for the people that are like, oh, it's going to get better, the United States is a beacon of hope, we're a light on the hill. Yeah, that's just propaganda. So just my morning thoughts. Have a good day.
To be completely honest, sometimes I'm not even sure if I'm going to have the energy it takes to build the life that I want for myself. It's like as time goes on, I'm just burnt out sooner and sooner. You know, I used to could go longer spurts before I'm, really tired or felt like I was mentally drained, but it's just, I don't know, I'm not sure if I have the energy for the life that I say I want. So I be fucking tired. And it's not always like a physical thing. It's like my mind is burnt out. It's like how many calculations do we got to do before we get the shit right, I'm tired of mathing. I'm tired of strategizing. I'm tired of coming up with plans. I'm tired. And it's not in a sad type of way. It's just in a I don't give a fuck kind of way. It's like, damn, I want more than my life is currently presenting. But I'm not sure if I even have the energy to make it happen. It's like, or do I even want to? I said I wanted to create content. Do I want to post every day? Every fucking day? Do I want to? It's looking like that'll be a no for me, dog.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like that living with your parents, going to college, and having a full-time job while trying to work on yourself and make a living is a sacrifice. Mentally. Let me explain. I think it is mentally, just because you're trying to figure yourself out and grow and thrive, right? And, basically become the adult that you're trying to improve on, improve to be the best version of yourself, right? But I feel like your parents, they may not like the habits you do, or they may not agree with something, and they're not supposed to necessarily, but it's like, the thing is, you're trying to figure yourself out and you're trying to spread your wings and you can't, because they always knocking you down, or they don't really believe in a certain, way you're handling things, or your opinions is not valid to them, or it's just not a priority. And I'm not saying that way like I'm a baby, like you should take care of me, rock me to sleep. No, I mean like when I'm becoming an adult, you gotta understand like the things that y'all had to do growing up is not the same thing I had to do with growing up. And I have to figure myself out going through these different type of ways that many people don't take this route. Some people don't go to college. Some people don't want to have a full-time job at college. This shit is hard. This shit is rough out here. You know what I'm saying? Imagine how to go through a 10-hour shift and then have an exam the next morning. You know how fucking tired I am? Then I got to work on self-growth. Find time for myself. That's a lot. But I'm still out here trooping. I'm still out here pushing every day. But my thing is, your parents are never going to see you as the person that you're trying to be. They're only going to see you as the person that you are to them, living with them. It's crazy.
At a young age, what I realize is that most people lack imagination. They only see what is in front of them. They cannot dream or picture a very different lifestyle. They just cannot. They are not built or wired that way. And if you have a certain goal for your life, most times your family will never understand how your mind works and what you think. And because they will never understand you, they will never really have your back like that. They don't see the vision. And at times, they don't want to see the vision. They are so stuck in their own ways and their own life, and they have been in the tunnel for so long that they don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's just pitch black to them. And as for you, you see that light. Although it is very dim, although it is small, but as you get closer to the end of that tunnel, you see the light. You see what they don't see. And it can be very painful when your people do not really support you like that. They may pretend, they may act like they care, but deep down, you know that they don't care. But at the end of the day, you do you. Get on that train and continue down until you see that light and you make it on the other side. If they want to stay in the dark, let them stay there. But as for you, you push forward. That's it.
When life is life, and what do? Do you fight against what's happening, or do you surrender? Do you surrender to everything that's happening? Do you surrender when your life is falling apart? Do you surrender when things are just happening left and right? What do you do? Because the more you fight, the more you resist, it seems like the more things start happening, or the more delayed you feel, or the more behind you feel, the more stagnant you feel. Even though it's uncomfortable to surrender to what life is trying to teach you, to surrender to what life is trying to show you, to surrender to the next level that life is trying to take you to. Sometimes it takes a crumbling of your current foundation in order for you to build upon a new one. When I say life has been lifing, life has been lifing left and right. And I know one day you'll understand. One day you'll get it. Even though now you don't understand, you don't get it, one day you will. You'll understand that life was happening for you. It wasn't happening to you, and it definitely wasn't happening to break you. So just trust that whatever hardship that you're going through, whatever challenge or situation that you had just come out of, it was for you. It was made to build you and not to break you. And even though you don't see it yet, you'll see it soon.
I have a confession. I will suffer in silence before I ask anybody for help, and that is a problem. I don't know who else needs to hear this, but asking for help does not make you weak. I know it logically, but emotionally, that's a different story, because one of my biggest struggles is just that. I don't like asking people for help. That's the truth. I hate it. Like, it physically makes me uncomfortable to do that. I will go out of my way, stretch myself thin, drive myself insane before I'm going to reach out and ask for help from somebody. And why, you ask? I don't know. I am still working through that. I don't know if it's pride. I don't know if it's fear. I don't know if it's like some childhood thing. And it could be all of it for all I know. Maybe somewhere along the way, I convinced myself that needing help almost made me feel like a burden. Or that people wouldn't even show up for me. So maybe it became something like, why even try? But the truth is, that mindset, it's exhausting and lonely. And I know I'm not alone in this. Some of y'all are listening and doing the exact same thing. Smiling in public, drowning in private. Acting like strong means do everything alone. But see, I'm finding strength also means being real. So let's be real. If you struggle asking for help too, drop a comment. Let's unlearn this together.
I appreciate you guys watching the video today. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.